So, exactly 5 years ago, I stepped into a building surrounded with red brick walls and dozens of unfamiliar faces for the very first time. Walking through the hallways into a room labeled Admission Office, a 13-year-old me felt confused, scared, and lost more than I've ever been in my entire life. Little did I know at that moment that this immensely strange and unfamiliar place would someday mean so much and change the entire course of my life. Little did I know that 5 years later, I would be standing here today in front of all of you, proud to call this place home. When I was in 7th grade, I entered Espanol for the first time, and I was a shy, innocently sweet little girl who rarely spoke up and said yes to everything. You guys know me, and most of you who have been here from 7th grade would never expect me to turn out this way. Ask my teachers, ask my friends, and they would never see me speaking in front of all of you today. I was socially illiterate, and coming to Espanol was a huge leap from everything I've ever known and clung on to for the first 12 years of my life. But here I am today looking back at everything, being all nostalgic, and I can't help wondering how 5 years flew before my very own eyes. How I managed to adapt and survive amidst all the high school drama. And as I consider to run for presidency right now, I just realized how much the student council has played such an immense part of my school life. I could recall even as early as grade 7, the significant role of the student council in presenting school as a welcoming community for me. Events such as 30-hour famine, JUC, SSA, and Deeper Barbecue are the first few which deeply encourage me because I'm surrounded with people who genuinely care and have similar interests, passions, and visions as me. I can tell you what I plan to achieve next, how I plan to do it, but my main concern right now as I'm talking in front of you first and foremost is to tell you why I'd like to do what I do. Running for presidency has been a well thought through decision, one which is not easy, and one which took a lot of time, deliberation, and prayer. If you're one of my few friends who I ran to and asked every single day whether I should do this, if this is right for me, then you know what I mean. Today I'm applying for this humbling opportunity because I know how difficult school life can be. Academic work, friendships, heartbreaks, identity crisis are just a few I've had to juggle with for the past year. And at the same time, I recognize how crucial these high school years are. This is supposed to be the place where you find yourself, your passions, your strengths, your talents, your weaknesses, and you collaborate with people who have the same dreams who will help you achieve God's calling in your life. I know that sounds idealistic and some might say far-fetched, but I've been there. And I can say this confidently because I've experienced it myself. As I'm about to enter my senior year with all of you guys today, I'd like to leave behind a strong legacy, a legacy that will make all the difference. And this, I believe, is the platform for me to make those significant changes. Having been part of the Student Council for 4 years now, I've been through different leadership styles and presidencies. Each has given me valuable insights, inspirations, and contributions, both for myself as an individual and also the student body as a collective whole. So I believe it's important to take a closer look to see how far we as the Student Council have progressed over the years. When I first got into the Student Council in 8th grade, Elliot set a good start with new events coming together and the Student Council became more involved in the student body's activities. His keyword was maintaining organization and stability. Yosef's year in 9th grade was marked by major transformations within the Student Council's internal systems and administrative procedures. He established the Student Council's prominent role in the student body and was actively involved with everything going on, not to mention the fact that he created those tables near the canteen, which was pretty cool. His keyword was enthusiasm and fresh initiatives. He was all about new ideas. Marcel's year, which was started with the Always Remember Why slogan, if you guys remember, began to reach out to younger grades. He promoted transparency within the Student Council and the student body and continually encouraged and pushed for cooperation between committees. And this year, Abby's year pushed for a more unified Student Council, and it has improved significantly in its organization. This presidency year has solidified the Student Council as it withstand continual pressure from the student body and external pressures. This year's Student Council is a perfect demonstration of how much the Student Council has grown over the years. I know many of you take this for granted, but I would like to say that This year, it has taken a lot of hard work and a lot of diligence from all the leaders. And the student council right now wouldn't have been possible if it was not for all of those leaders I've mentioned. So I would like to give a shout out to them. This year was about unification and solidarity. And now in the upcoming year, if I am elected to become president, I'd like to focus on enhancing communication and promoting openness with two keywords: creativity and clarity. Recognizing that the Student Council has been really stable in the past few years, I'd like to maintain the good things and continue to build on them. My vision for the Student Council is to become a safe community which can facilitate student growth personally, as well as encourage meaningful relationships and interactions within the student body. And so how am I going to do this? There are four main things. First of all, I would like to increase and improve communication within the Student Council system itself and also with the student body. That means that the exec team should be communicating with the committee leaders with the student body, and so on. And this chain has been done in the past, and I would like to continue to expand on it. Secondly, I'd like to give feedback forms for every single student council event, whether it's through Google Docs forms, online printed questionnaires, and so on. Thirdly, I'd like to keep communication forums open and going throughout the year, whether it's through websites such as Voice, and so on. And also publishing articles about the events to connect more to the student body. And also having chapels, especially to younger grades, to promote the events in the school and what's actually going on in the student council. Secondly, I'd like to initiate new events and more events which suit the interests of different groups of people within the student body. That means like cooking competitions and video game competitions and a lot of those. And those are the events that I have in mind, and I would be more than pleased to hear more from you. So the third is maintaining the solidarity of the student council itself by having regular events within the student council, such as lunches or retreats or things like that that will help solidify the student council once again. And finally, my point is that I would like to increase interactions between younger and older students by involving more people in the student council. I'd like to achieve this by collaborating with different organizations or student organizations in the school that are already present, such as the gym club or chess club or cooking club or anything like that, because they have their members, and by expanding our reach of influence, we can have more people participating in the student council. So I believe I can make significant contributions because being in the student council for 4 years now has allowed me to gain the much needed experience and significantly grow in maturity. After being a member of the Social Outreach Committee for 3 years, I was entrusted to lead this committee this year. As SOC leader, I have been able to familiarize myself with the Student Council's internal systems and also sharpen my characters through various challenges, situations, criticisms that have arisen. And this has made me realize that the role of Student Council President requires so much more than speaking, administrative, or leadership skills. Don't get me wrong. These are crucial abilities and crucial values. But as crucial as all of those are, at the heart of it, the president position demands extensive responsibility, commitment, and perseverance. It's about passion and a genuine desire to enhance the student council, which only comes through experience. So being president is a lot of hard work, but it's something I'm willing to sacrifice for because I have felt the immense impact of the student council, and I believe in its great potential in fostering better student experiences. All of you guys know me, and you guys have been through me through everything. So before I close off, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for being there for me through these 5 years. Thank you for teaching me and helping me get here today, because I know it would not have been possible without all of your contributions and all of your supports. I can go on about my strengths or weaknesses, but I'm guessing that probably you guys know me better, even better than myself. And so to close off, I know I'm speaking to a wide range of people with distinct personalities, interests, and expectations. Some of you are eager to see what's in store for next year and long to be part of it, while others just simply don't care. And most of you are probably somewhere along the middle. But I'd like to make a final request to all of you as we are reaching our senior year next year. Let's make it something meaningful. No matter who is elected into the presidency position, we cannot do this alone. The Espanyol community is the student body. You are the student body. You are the Espanyol community. And you are the reason why I am standing here today why I am running for presidency, because we, all the candidates here, care about you. So we ask you and we need you to be just as excited as we are. We have lots of interesting ideas to share and we're looking forward to it. But we need you to respond, to be involved, to be part of what we're doing, because then and only then can we move in the right direction. And so lastly, I would like to encourage you all to talk to me, to give me feedback, to give me suggestions, inputs, whatever that is. And you can Skype me, text me, call me, whatever that is. I am really willing and open to feedbacks and advices. I'd like to ask you to I know you have believed in me for 5 years, and so I'd like to ask you one last time to believe in me, to trust me, and to join with me in this journey to discover new things, to lead the student body, to leave a meaningful legacy as the class of 2017. Thank you very much.